Hey everyone, today, I'm going to tell you the story of Santa Claus. But this isn't the usual story of Santa delivering gifts on a sleigh. Today, we'll take a journey through history and explore the evolution of Santa over thousands of years. Let's get started. But hold on, have you ever thought about why Santa Claus is always associated with children? Or is his story a commercial myth? What if Santa Claus is actually just a marketing creation? Everything starts in the 4th century in Myra, which is located in present-day Antalya, Turkey. Here lived a bishop named Saint Nicholas. He was famous for helping the poor and his love for children. In one story, he secretly left bags of gold for the daughters of a father who couldn't afford their dowries. Not exactly the red-suited, hat-wearing Santa we know today, right? But patience, the story is just beginning. Saint Nicholas's story spread across Europe, especially in the Netherlands, where it evolved into Santa Claus. Santa Claus distributes gifts to children on December 5th. However, there's a big difference. Santa Claus is much more of a serious figure. He is often seen as a religious leader wearing traditional hats. Reindeer, you ask? No, reindeer weren't involved at that time. In Europe, the Santa figure took different forms in various countries. In Germany, a more spiritual figure called Christkind emerged. Meanwhile, in Scandinavia, the character known as Julenis became part of Christmas traditions. These figures were considered protective spirits or angels bringing gifts to children. The European Santa stories often included moral lessons. Good children were rewarded, while bad children received warnings from Santa's harsher helpers. This led to Santa being closely associated with kindness and generosity. But once the story crossed the Atlantic, it took an entirely new turn. In the 1800s, Dutch immigrants brought the idea of Santa to America. Here, Sinterklaas gradually became Santa Claus, but the American public completely transformed him. In 1823, the poem The Night Before Christmas, written by Clement Clarke Moore, introduced Santa in his modern form. The poem described Santa as a jolly, plump figure and added details like the sleigh and reindeer. Now, Santa began to cement his place in everyone's imagination as a folk hero. By the 20th century, Coca-Cola took the stage. In the 1930s, illustrator Haddon Sundblom depicted Santa Claus in red and white. Coca-Cola's advertising campaigns made Santa a globally recognized figure. This modern Santa was not just a benevolent gift giver but also portrayed as a warm family figure. Thanks to Coca-Cola's marketing move, Santa's colors, facial features, and smile became standardized to what we all recognize today. The ads turned Santa into an indispensable symbol of Christmas celebrations worldwide. To truly understand Santa's story, we also need to consider the winter spirit he symbolizes. Throughout history, winter has been a time for renewal and togetherness in many cultures. During harsh, cold winters, people would come together to share food, tell stories, and celebrate. Santa embodies this spirit of unity and sharing. His act of bringing gifts to children actually carries a broader message: doing good, making others happy, and strengthening social solidarity. For this reason, Santa is not just a figure but also a tangible symbol of the winter spirit. Even today, the Santa figure represents a warm atmosphere where families and friends gather together during the holiday season. No matter what culture you come from, Santa's message remains the same: love, sharing, and hope. Today, Santa Claus is a symbol of joy and hope worldwide. He continues to be interpreted in different ways in different cultures. In Japan, he is seen as a more minimal figure, while in India, he is blended with local traditions. In China, Santa often appears as a mascot in shopping malls. However, Santa is not limited to gifts and advertising. He also represents the spirit of Christmas, doing good, and spending time with loved ones. After all this evolution, is Santa still a symbol, or just a commercial figure? The answer to this question depends on how you view him. So, what do you think? After all this cultural and commercial evolution, is Santa still a symbol, or is he just a mascot for companies? If you enjoyed this story, make sure to leave a comment. What do you think is the most interesting detail in Santa Claus's long journey? And do you believe Santa is a symbol of hope, or just a commercial figure? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks in advance, and see you in the next story.